Hello, welcome to today's video where I am closing down my week 14. So it's the last week of Easter holidays, which just feels like it's disappeared before my very eyes. I've spent it just doing jobs, which is good, but not all the time. Why do I always think I've got 100 hours in a day and I've just not? And also procrastinate. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to do a closing down of the week 14, seeing what I've spent, seeing where I've put my money and everything else, and seeing, just how things have gone on. And this is, I was going to have a big spend because I won a lot of money on Wednesday on TV show. If you didn't see it, it was Unbeatable on BBC on Wednesday, so you can get that on catch up. So I've won £1,300. However, I was going to spend some, treat a couple of people, so I'll talk about that in the video, but I don't actually physically have the cash yet. It's about 2 weeks before I get the actual payout there or thereabouts. I'm casting my mind back like a year ago. It was a year when I filmed the show itself, and it's taken this long to come out. But I will be doing a big cash stuffing video on that when I do get it and decide where I'm going to put it. I've got some ideas already, but to be honest, I'm not 100% certain. Just because it's been so long coming, and it's like almost like, am I ever going to get this money or what? So yeah, so we'll see what I have spent instead. I've been out a couple of times. It's been the Easter weekend and we've had a few days out, but the weather's been horrendous, so a couple of things that I had planned I didn't do. I just stayed home and been passport hunting, and have now found. So that's been my week essentially, but I have bought some things. Let's check it out and see what I've been up to. So let's go to here. Right, we'll start with Friday. Last Friday was a no spend day. I was supposed to have gone to IKEA, and I don't even know where these 2 weeks of Easter holidays have gone. I don't even know what happened. It was just another write-off day. We didn't do it. We didn't go anywhere. I've got so much to do. I feel like I need another 2 weeks of Easter holidays now, but there we go. Saturday, I went to get some groceries. I like to go on a day when I know a supermarket's going to close the next day because there's usually really good bargains. I got some reductions, but not massive ones. I was like, I felt a bit hard done to. The only exciting bargain that I got was some spinach. I could see the guy had reduced all the spinach down for the 8th, but there was a bag on there for some, I think it was the 10th, so I think they'd accidentally put a sticker on that for that, so I was quite happy with my bargain spinach. I like spinach because you just throw it into anything. Like, I've done loads of curries recently, so it's gone into there. So anyway, we spent $56.39 on groceries. Now, even though I knew we were going out for lunch the day after, I still bought like a roast joint, but we had it later on in the week because on Wednesday, the game show that I filmed came out and had mum and dad around for tea. So I thought, well, I'll do my Easter Sunday dinner on the Wednesday instead. So I bought a leg of lamb for that. So it was quite a nice meal. Anyway, the other good thing about this time as well was, I'm sure you probably saw the same, all the vegetables you can get for like pennies, 19 pence. Stocked up on potatoes and onions and carrots and parsnips for 19p because, so definitely making the most of those groceries. Then on Sunday it was lunch. Now, because I knew, and almost I can say this now, because I knew about the game show and I knew I won, spoiler alert, he hadn't seen it, I was planning on treating everybody for the meal, but you know, I was in such a bad mood. I was in a bad mood because I've been hunting for passports for 2 weeks, and finally, today, I have found them in the most random, weirdest place. I was about to spend some money on buying a new one tomorrow. Oh, goodness me, honestly, it's driven me up the pole. I think that's where my 2 weeks have gone, hunting for 2 passports. And I just do not even know how they got out of the usual spot. I've got places for everything. Do you know when things just like that happen? Anyway, I'm digressing. I was in a really bad mood. I got that, and it keeps happening where I get stuck at the end with all the kids. And my brothers and their partners are up the other end, and mum and dad are up the other end, and I get to be like the child babysitting service. So I'm still annoyed. I can tell I'm still annoyed about it. I was absolutely fuming. So I just thought, I'm not paying. They didn't know I was planning on paying. I thought, why should I pay? It sounds awful, that, doesn't it? Why should I pay when I'm not being included in a conversation and I'm just left to be the babysitting service? So anyway, saved me a bit of cash there, and I just thought, well, get lost. Don't be me. I love treating people, I do. But don't hit the mick out of me because I'll just get annoyed. £42, it was still quite expensive. It was a set menu of £14 for 2 courses. But then, of course, Holly wanted a dessert, which was something like £6 or £7, I forgot now. And drinks or whatever else it was. So £42 it came to. Because Alexander had a child's meal, so obviously didn't have the 2 courses. But I think it's one course, it was like £7, which I thought was a bit naughty for essentially deep fried food, isn't it? Anyway, I'm still in that bad mood. Oh dear. Monday was a no spend day. It was bank holiday Monday. I'd hoped to get out and about, but there's a place, I think I mentioned it in my last video, Guy's Thatched Hamlet and Billy Bob's, but I think it was raining. It was absolutely bouncing down. You had to pre-book, so I just didn't bother. So I was just like, I'm quite glad. We just had a day in the house, just doing nothing because we'd been out the day before. Gone to my brother's in the evening later on, so stayed out quite late. So that was that. Then on the 11th, I finally went back to IKEA and I bought all my new stuff for my office that I wanted, but it's come out my business account. Now, at the moment, in these videos, I don't show anything to do with my business, and I'm just wondering whether you might find that useful to see how I spend like my business thing, because I've got, obviously I've got planners and trackers for my business. Would that be of use to you guys? I don't know. Let me know in the comments section. If you want to see those videos, I can definitely start to put them together. It's just that some weeks I don't spend anything. Other weeks I do. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I can put a whole new slant on that. Possibly. So yeah, it was effectively it was a no spend for me as a person. And again, took advantage of that little play. Alex loves a little play thing, and that's great. No free Easter eggs this time though. Sad times. And then, yeah, like I say, on the 12th, it was another no spend day. I don't know what I put in. Another no spend day because I was working. Alexander was back in nursery, and we were watching the game show. I was cooking and everything else, so that was exciting for that. On the 13th, Thursday, last night. Yeah, so randomly, spontaneously, I knew about today, everyone, all the boys in my family, like dad, uncles, etc., brothers, I've gone to the Aintree races. So one of my cousins was due to get wed, and it was his stag do. No longer getting wed, but they had the stag do already booked and paid for. So my uncle came down from Scotland, so we went to the local watering hole. I only went like half an hour or so. That was the plan. And then it'd been an hour. But also, I didn't have to buy anything because my uncles were there, 2 uncles, my dad was there, and I was just like, yeah, that's fine, okay. Me and Holly shared a pizza because we hadn't had tea, and it came with a soft drink, so that was $8.95. So that was eaten out. That's on there, and today is Friday. I very nearly caved. There's a little deli near me, and I haven't been for a long time, but I've been in a horrendous mood. And I was like, should I treat myself to a nice sandwich? And they do some beautiful sandwiches, but do you know what? I had half an avocado in, some roast chicken left over, I had some tomatoes, mayonnaise. That was the sandwich I was aiming for. This comes with like this basil mayonnaise, which is divine, but I have no basil left at the moment. So I made myself 2 little bagels instead. And if I'd gone there, it would have been £8.20, I think, sandwiches in there, which sounds ridiculous, and it is. But it's sort of like 2 meals. You can have one for lunch and one for the evening. But I felt quite proud of myself that I taught myself out of it. So it's been a no spend day. I'm not putting the sticker on because I know they're due back from the races today about 6 o'clock. And there's talk about going back out again, but I suspect Alexander's going to be asleep when I pick him up from nursery. So I don't intend on going out. I can't say, he does love going out with all his little family, it's a shame. But yeah, like I said, I think he's going to be asleep, so you might actually get this video out today instead of, several days later, which is what I keep doing at the moment, 'cause just hunting for passports. No longer hunting for a passport, I can do that. Right, let's get some colours on these and highlight them. So, eating out, this nice little pinky one. Oh. Do you know what? Because they're all like these shades of pink, look at these. And because I've been clearing and gutting everywhere, I found all these colours, but now I don't know which one belongs to which. I feel like that one might be the eating out. Let's go for that. Could be. Just put a little, yeah, it is. Eating out, woohoo. Oops. And that's eating out as well. And groceries. I feel Just trying to look at the pen. Oh no, it looks far too pale. Pen style. Maybe this one then. Yeah. Groceries is there. Oh, I'll tell you what I bought this morning. I nearly forgot. Petrol. So it's not going to be a no spend day after all. Petrol. I had to go and put some in. Holly's at school. She's at work today. So there was no way that was going to make it there. So I had to get petrol in. Because I was on nothing. A bit, well, no, a bit more than I usually would do. Oh, let's use the, oh, I'll use blue for gifts. Or have I used blue for gifts? Look, I've got no chance of her. So silly. Right, it's that one. Let's use this. It's going to confuse me again in a few days when I'm like, but which one? Not much difference. It needs to be an investment. I pulled the blue. Oh, I don't know. You know what I'm like. A little bit dozy. At least you're not on your own if you're the same. Let's look at the change I've got. Eat it out. Just got. Oh, let's do it this way. This is a bit empty now, but then I had those eating out sessions. I haven't actually got the money yet for the game show. I did put on my Instagram. It takes, they said at the time it would be about 2 weeks after the show is aired. A few people have asked me about it. And the reason they do that is because they don't want you giving away the the answer, like who won sort of thing, because obviously it just spoils the show. So if I did, I would be liable to forfeit all the winnings. So yeah, they say it's about 2 weeks after. So I was planning on paying, but I don't actually physically have the cash to pay with. It would have had to come out of something and been owed back in. Right, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 66. And then normally I've got 2 £2 coins on there. And I've not done this for a while. Let's get this up. Oh, I keep saying this every time. Right, let's throw them in there. I think I know what I'm saving for now as well. Holly wants to go and see Hamilton. And it's on in Manchester, like around her birthday time. So, how much is this? 2.30? What have I got in it? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 times by 4. Because my brain's not working. Ooh, 62. I've got enough for one ticket plus 8 more. 72. I think the decent seats I've seen 72.50. So it's taken me ages to save up that, but maybe that's what I'll put it towards, because I had one before that I was doing for like concerts and things. There we go. Right, the rest of that I'm going to cash stuff on a short video. And that is it. So, any thoughts, if you got £1,300, what would you do with it? Like, I've now got nothing that needs paying off. So initially, when I won the money, obviously I knew I'd won the money, and I kept thinking, well, I'll use that to pay off my debts and things. But in the meantime, I've paid them off. I'm like debt free. So now I've got £1,300 to do with as I please, effectively. But what do I do with it? Like, have you ever had that where you've had no money, so you're so used to budgeting and saving, and then when you do get money, it's like, I can't spend it. I don't know. So I'm going to think really carefully about it. I'm too excited. I'm going to think carefully about that. Let me know your thoughts. Have yourself an amazing day, and I'll see you really, really soon. Bye.